Hey everyone, in today's video, we're gonna talk about how to make the fall fashion trends work for you. There are so many trends popping up. Some of them are kind of annual recurring themes. Some of them are so overreaching and vague, it's hard to know how to incorporate them. So today, I'm gonna give you 10 concrete examples of products or items that you can incorporate into your wardrobe or look and see what you already have and make sure you pull that out to the front of your closet so you are ready for fall. Whether you live in Texas like me and fall is more of a state of mind than a reality, or you live somewhere where you actually get cooler temperatures, all of these are very wearable, especially if you're over 50. Now, before we jump into the trends, I did want to mention that I took a look at my analytics recently, and I'm so glad that so many of you are here. Year over year, subscribers have grown and the number of people watching my videos has grown, but what I noticed is that almost half of you that are recurring viewers are not subscribed. I have a personal goal of hitting 300,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And if you're watching and you're not already subscribed to my channel, it would mean so much to me if you just hit that subscribe button. Subscribe does not mean actually paying for a subscription. It is free, and it would mean so much to me if you help me hit my goal. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you. Thank you so much. If you want to go the extra mile, make sure you hit that notification bell. That tells YouTube that you want to see my videos, and it makes sure that they get served up to you in your subscription feed. Regardless, thank you so much for being here. Let's talk about the trends. Trend number one for fall, plaid prints. I know, groundbreaking. Telling people to wear plaid in the fall is like recommending florals for spring. But there are some different ways to wear plaid, and I don't want your brain to go immediately to the holiday type plaid that you'll see hitting all the stores in November and December. I'm talking about wearable stuff now. So first off, I want to talk about this plaid popover shirt. This one is from the Loft, a little bit of a non-traditional plaid, and that is something I'm seeing across all the retailer websites. It's not necessarily the classic red, black, herringbone, buffalo checks, sort of plaid adjacent as well. So this is a great example. What's also great about this is it's lightweight. It's not a flannel. It's something you can wear now with a lighter material on the bottom and then carry it through into cooler temperatures, wearing with jeans, a cardigan on top, that kind of thing. I have lived in Texas more than half my life, but I did grow up outside Chicago. So fall to me means plaid, but it also means flannel. That is not the case living in Texas, where if you put on a flannel shirt in the next few months, you might have heat stroke. This is a shirt I reach for year over year. Not this specific one. This is the latest one I just picked up in the Nordstrom anniversary sale, and it is still available. This is the Rails Hunter Plaid blouse. I love this because it has the look and feel of a super soft flannel shirt, but not the weight and the warmth. So it is something you can absolutely wear. Right now, I am actually wearing it with a pair of linen pants and then carry it forward into true fall weather. This particular print is new, I believe, for 2025, and I love the cranberry paired with the sky blue, two colors that are also trending this fall. And this piece, I have to have this. I cannot wait for it to be cold enough to wear it. This is a plaid coat, and this can be worn as a coat over whatever you happen to be wearing that day, or you can wear it more like a cardigan, open over the lightweight tank or tee. So it has a little bit of versatility to it. It's almost like a casual version of the lady jacket. I love the unique little closures, the toggle closures. The plaid print is a little more muted, not as in your face as this one, and I think you'll get a lot of wear out of it. Bonus point, it's very budget friendly. Trend number two, skinny flares. Okay, if those of you who are watching this are not new, then you know I recently showed a video on how to go from frumpy to fabulous, and I showed some cropped jeans, and I got a lot of slack for saying that the cropped jeans didn't look as good as the flare jeans. And technically, you are right. Sit down. I'm absolutely agreeing with you. I was kind of wrong. I do want to explain in that video, I wasn't really referencing the length of the pant as the frumpy issue. It was the extra bulky material around my midsection that was the issue. Didn't pick the right before and after options. That's where the skinny flares come in, and I am really excited about this trend because some of us miss skinny jeans, but we know they're not the most flattering. Some of us love the idea of a big flare or a wide leg jean, but it's overwhelming, especially if you're on the petite side. Put them together and you get skinny flares. I wouldn't say skin tight around the upper leg and thigh, but just just not the straight down wide leg, so it's more closely fitting to the thigh, to the knee, even into the calf, and it's like a little baby boot cut almost, a little baby flare at the bottom. It's very wearable. It's a lot more friendly for the petite girls who would be overwhelmed by bigger wide leg pants or a big flare, and it's just easier to style. It's hard to style sometimes, the wide leg pants or jeans, because you've got to make sure you balance it correctly with the right proportions on the top or you look like you're overwhelmed. Skinny flares are where it's at. I'm very excited about that. So I have a few more examples for you. The Quince Luna stretch flare jeans, just picked these up myself. They come in 2 inseam lengths, I believe five washes. I do recommend in the Quince jeans to size up 1 if you're not sure. So just get a fabric tape measure, measure your waist, and then if you're in between, just go to the next whole size. If you want a work pant in that silhouette, not jeans necessarily, these ultra stretch Ponte flare leg pants, also from Quince, very budget friendly. These are a pull-on style. They have some nice little details like the pin tuck seaming running down the front. These also come in 5 colors and 2 inseam lengths. Same general silhouette, very wearable because it's in moderation. And that's a theme you're gonna see throughout this video. I'm a big fan of being right in the middle of that bell curve. I'm not a big fan of the extremes. They look good on a runway. They don't necessarily translate to everyday wear. And then lastly, I just ordered these myself. I'm still waiting for them to arrive. Chico's is one of the most underrated denim retailers on the planet. Their jeans are exquisite. They're lightweight, they're soft, they're drapey, they're comfortable. You can wear them on a long trip. The new Girlfriend Frayed flare jeans, a very, very wearable flare, and a pair of jeans that can easily transition you from late summer into fall because the weight of the material is very lightweight and very breathable. They do also come in petite and regular lengths. Trend number 3, structured pieces. So this is where moderation really comes in because the stuff I'm seeing from the runway, it's all very architectural, very artistic. You are not gonna wear this to go grocery shopping. I don't know where anybody's gonna wear any of these things in real life. I certainly am not going to, but we can adapt from this and find ways to bring this into our everyday life. So in this case, more wearable pieces, like maybe just it's a more tailored fit, or it has a belt to wrap around you to make you more of a sculptural shape, or it has maybe a bubble hem or a little bit of a shoulder pad to give you some emphasis on your shoulders, but not 90s shoulder pads. Or maybe it's a more structured neckline. These are all ways to bring in those structural elements into something you're gonna wear in your everyday life. So a few examples for you. This puff sleeve peplum tee with sort of the rickrack trim, I've been seeing this all over the internet. Multiple retailers. I think I found the most budget friendly because as I'm sitting here, it's on sale for $14.99. I just ordered it in the apricot, which is a more fall neutral shade, but this comes in bright colors, muted colors, lots of fall colors. Another trick we use in the South or anywhere where it's hot, actually, in the fall, we just switch our short sleeve tees and tanks to fall colors. So it's a way for us to acknowledge the season has changed. So this peplum tee has a lot going on. It's got more of a structured sleeve, kind of like a balloon or puff sleeve, the peplum waist, the standing collar. These are all structural elements. And then just for an added kick, that rickrack kind of trim actually kind of looks like a necklace built in. So this has nothing to do with the trend. I just wanted to point that out and I think it's kind of cute. Now this top from Free Assembly at Walmart, really the structural element is that exaggerated pleated or ruffle neck blouse, and then the big bow underneath that you can adjust is another structural element. The sleeves are more of a balloon sleeve style, another structural element. I am sharing it to you in a very fall appropriate color. It does come in a couple other options, including a bright pink. I did want to share this tee that I just ordered as well. So I am kind of stretching things a little bit here, but I'm making it fit into this trend. It does have some structural elements. It comes with the sewn on fabric belt, and the way I've seen it styled that I think will really look more like a structural element is, yes, you can just tie it kind of in a knot in the front, but if you tie it into a bigger bow right at your waist, I feel like the bow is a structural element. It's bringing in the concept of the trend and making it a more wearable thing. And then the fact that it's short sleeve makes it, for me, wearable right now. And then if you wanted a more understated way to bring in the structural element, I really love this no iron peplum sateen stretch top. This one is from Chico's, a little bit of a higher price point, but again, they have sales all the time. Love this color, very fall appropriate. Also comes in white if you just want a nice basic. The structural element is just the fabric is a little bit stiffer and holds its shape. And so the peplum part is much more structured. It's not like a floppy, ruffly one like that first top that I showed you. This one is gonna hold its shape. It's also gonna give you the illusion of a smaller waist if that's something you're struggling with. And the Peplum lower hemline also covers your midsection if you're more sensitive about that. These are things to think about as you're trying to incorporate these trends into your wardrobe, what's actually wearable for your body type. Trend number 4 is cargo pants and cargo pockets, specifically on handbags. So let's talk about the pants first. First off, these straight leg cargo pants. These are just a classic. The straight leg's been around for a few years now. And I like that the cargo pockets are a little bit higher up on the leg. So they're not way down on the lower leg, which I never understand why anyone would put pockets down there. I know they're really decorative. I know most of us don't put anything in our cargo pockets, but I like the placement of these pockets. They're not so high up that they're on your hips where they're just going to add more to your hips. Most of us, I'll just speak for myself, I do not need any extra padding on my hips, so I like the sort of upper thigh placement. Sticking with pants, but just a different fabric, I love these Loft washable silk cargo pants. The color, of course, screams fall. It's so pretty, but then again, it's a more of a wider straight leg without being an overwhelming wide leg silhouette, so this is very wearable. It's a dressier way to incorporate the cargo pants. These would be great for going out to dinner, maybe you have an event, going to the theater, something like that. These would be fun to pull out, but these would also look really great paired with just a basic ivory sweater, and then let all the attention be on that beautiful shimmery fabric on your legs. But then this cargo pocket trend also is being seen a lot on handbags, and Coach has released this one from their Tabby line. It has a little bit of a Western influence as well, which is a big kind of overarching theme for fall. It's actually been all year in 2025. And these cargo-like pockets are not just pretty to look at, but really functional. It's nice to have some extra pockets. Some of the really high retailer brands, I know Chanel has released one with cargo pockets. If you're looking to incorporate that into your wardrobe and you don't want to spend Chanel prices, this one is at a much more reasonable price point. For trend number 5, this one is it's just fun, and it's wearable sequins. And I'm excited to see more pieces get released into this trend as we move closer to fall, because there's a couple retailers I know that do this really well. The idea is you're not saving your fun, fancy clothes for just those one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-while occasions. Pull out the sequins and wear them to brunch. Pull out the sequins and wear them out to a dinner with friends. Don't wait for that extra special fancy event. It's not worth waiting. But realistically, you're not going to be wearing like a sequin evening dress to brunch. So ways to wear it wearable. This first example, you want to jump on these because these are on final clearance. These are sequin wide leg pants, but they're very subtle. And I'm going to talk about seasons in a different way. If you've had your colors done, if you've done like a house of colors analysis, and you are a summer like me and silver is supposed to be your better metal, these silvery gray pants, beautiful. They are on final sale for $39.98, and they're pretty much stocked in every single size. So snatch these up now. You can wear them right now. Yes, they're going to be great for the holidays, but think about this. With just like a nice crisp white button front blouse, you could wear these anywhere. Just a nice dinner with friends. So grab those. Also, this Sanctuary sweater vest, it's a beautiful neutral fall color, sleeveless. You can absolutely wear this now. And then if you want to dress it up later or wear it into the cooler weather, layer a fun blazer or pretty soft cardigan over it and just get that little subtle sparkle underneath. But think about how cute this would look with just like a pair of those skinny flare jeans that we just talked about, some nice boots, clogs, what have you. It's a whole different look. And I did want to close this one out with a little more of an extreme example. This sequin maxi skirt from Tuckernuck is so pretty. Look at those colors. I don't own it, so I can't tell, but I did stock it on the website. First of all, the price point is not bad for what it is. Secondly, this is something that you can pull out and wear to a variety of occasions. And if you want to dress it down, and that's kind of the goal with this trend, just pick a sweater in the color of any one of those colors that you see on the screen. If you wonder why I'm looking down, I have these pictures on my phone so I can remember exactly what I'm looking at here. Get like a maroon or burgundy soft sweater, maybe just a V-neck cashmere sweater in that same burgundy that's in the skirt. Blouse it out, or tuck it in just a little bit. Wouldn't that be absolutely beautiful with just some basic pumps? I love this. I don't know what it is about this skirt in particular. I love how they have it styled on the website, but to wear it for a more casual event, I think just a soft sweater in any of those colors, maybe even that mauvey pink, would be so pretty and so feminine and understated. Okay, we're halfway through the trends. Hopefully you are having fun. Let's get to number 6, short trench coats. I love this because if I sit up as tall as I absolutely can, I am 5'4", but I'm really 5'3" and 3/4 inches. So some of those full length coats can be overwhelming on me. I love the idea of a short trench because it's a very wearable trend, but I think it's really age appropriate. So I'm 52 years old and I think a trench coat just looks a little more elegant, a little more sophisticated, a little more grown up. Do I love a utility jacket or a barn jacket? Of course I do. But you can wear a short trench thrown over a t-shirt and a pair of jeans, over joggers, over loungewear. It doesn't have to be saved for business wear or suiting or something that's a little more dressed up. It's especially more wearable when it's short. So 3 examples for you. I found on Amazon and ordered it myself. The #1 bestseller in all women's coats, or trench coats, not just the short trench coats. $43. Comes in 11 colors, which is kind of nice. I always think about the trench in your classic beige or lighter khaki color. That's not a color that agrees with everyone's skin tone, so I love that you have some options. The next one I do own in the classic khaki. This one's from Quince. It's just under $90. It is sold out in the khaki, but they have it fully stocked in the black and the navy, and I can attest this is a beautiful piece, and I love that this is more of a traditional shorter trench. It's not a crop trench, so it does cover the rear, has the nice tie, it's very wearable. And then my last option is this Aritzia short trench. It doesn't have a tie, but it does have pockets. So if you're trying to avoid, like, what do you do if you just want to wear it open and you don't have the tie hanging, or you don't want to bother tying it behind your back like most people style it? With the Aritzia one, you don't have to deal with that. It's just a nice short trench, but I specifically picked 3 that have pockets. It really bothers me when you have a coat that doesn't have pockets. That just seems like you missed a really good opportunity there. Speaking of coats, trend number 7, faux fur. We're gonna see it everywhere, but especially in outerwear. Now this is a trend we're gonna have to kind of think ahead, because I don't care where you live. Most of you, almost 99% of you watching do live in the United States. So I don't care where you are in the United States. None of us are experiencing weather where we could pull out the faux fur coat, but plan ahead because when you need it, these are gonna be sold out. So I want to recommend a few places that people don't think of, but have amazing fur options. Number 1, Abercrombie. Last year, by the time I figured it out, they had sold out of everything. I just want it on your radar. I really like this shawl collar faux fur coat. Comes in a bunch of colors. This is only one option. They have a ton and it's just under $100. This one I do own. I bought it and I love it. And I say it runs true to size. It's the Quince hooded faux fur jacket. It's just under $100. Comes in sort of a blonde color or black. Very wearable. Nice. It's a great option. And then the one that is sitting on my wish list, I am gonna kind of wait a little bit. I wanna see what else gets released, but this knee-length faux fur, well, obviously it's faux at this price. It's knee-length faux chocolate mink coat. I love that it's knee-length. I am on the more petite side, so like a full length. Any coat can be pretty overwhelming. I love this chocolate color. Chocolate is another big trending thing we're gonna talk about in a minute as far as colors go. So I love this one. Let me know, would you wear faux fur? Would you wear this one? I certainly would. Let's segue right into trend number 8, which is rich brown, but specifically rich brown suede. The easiest way to incorporate this into your wardrobe is through accessories. The obvious way, I'm not even gonna list options here. I think you can all find something you like. A knee-high dark brown suede boot, a dark brown suede loafer, or even brown suede kitten heels. They're all over. Every retailer, Nordstrom is chock full of them if you're looking for a particular retailer. But I wanted to give you a couple other ways you can incorporate suede into your wardrobe this fall. Number 1, a slouchy shopper tote. I just picked this one up from Quince. I've seen versions of this at much higher price points and a few lower. I really love the quality of this. It smells so good. It has interior pockets. It has a magnetic closure. I love how it just leans up against the body. Really, really cute. Another easy way to incorporate brown suede into your wardrobe in a slightly different way is with a sneaker. One that pops to top of mind is this one from the brand Gola. I just got 2 pairs of shoes from Gola. They are a UK brand. I will say that they run true to size, and I have them in a silver suede and a light blue suede, and now I'm eyeing this one in the more of a chocolatey brown suede. Sneakers are trending again. Did they ever stop trending? I don't know. But they're trending away from the athletic shoe look, like the chunky dad sneaker, and more of a sleeker walking shoe kind of sneaker. And I think this one fits the bill perfectly. And then the absolute easiest way to bring in brown suede is a brown suede belt. And I really like this one because it has gold metal accents. So many belts we see have the silver buckles. I just like the gold and the brown together. I think it's just a really rich, beautiful tone. Very affordable. And this is going to be one that you grab. It's not that trendy. So you add it to your wardrobe. You're going to use it over and over and over. Number 9, animal prints. Obviously a trend we hear about. Is it every year? I think it's every year. They've added some new animals to the lineup. We're talking deer, cows, zebras, then the usual tiger, cheetah, leopard. Here's my general rule on animal prints. I want to be the predator, not the prey. If I'm going to wear an animal print, I am not dressing up like a farm animal. That's not where my personality lies. And I'm not really a fan of any animal print really except cheetah. And I think it needs to be done very minimally, especially as we get older. I just feel like let's keep it to the accessories. If you love cheetah and leopard and you want to be covered head to toe, knock yourself out. I do have some very wearable options. We're going to go back to Rails. Rails does a really fun kind of cheetah print. I'm going to link to a couple of options. They don't necessarily do the print. They put the animal, the actual print of the animal, the full body, head, tail, paws, all the things, all over it. Every year they come up with different versions. They also have a linen version of it that I will link that you can wear right now. And it's not just leopards or cheetahs. It's like all the zoo animals. It has giraffes and lions and tigers and zebras and all kinds of fun things. Another slightly easier way to wear leopard, and a few of you have messaged me asking if I have any recommendations, is just a small, kind of skinny, faux, obviously leopard fur belt. Kind of that calf hair concept. Gap has a really nice one. I saw it listed at just under $60, but I think it might be on sale for less, so check that one out. And then the other go-to, and the one I personally own and wear all the time, is the Rothy's pointed shoe. You just slip it on. It has a little bit more of a pointed toe. Pointed toe really big this year. And the version that I'm linking to is the upgraded one from what I have. They have made it with its less toe cleavage and better padding and insole support in the shoe, which is important to think about as we get older. That brings us to the last trend number 10, which are slipper mules. And I looked all over the internet. I saw this mentioned several times across several leading magazines and so forth. And from what I can tell, they don't look like slippers. My mind went right to those Gucci ones that have the fur lining. No, it's not those. These are more like a loafer mule or very understated shoe that's in a mule form. I personally think these are great if you can wear them. As someone who lives where it stays warm up until about November, this is a great way to bring loafers into your look without a fully enclosed shoe where your feet might get too warm. So I just wanted to give you a few examples, and we got to go back to Quince again. They are just great on the trends because they nail it and they do it at a very approachable price point. So number 1 are these horsebit loafer mules. They look a lot like the Gucci ones without the Gucci price tag. I would say if you're not sure on sizing on Quince shoes, go up a half size. I don't have these. I do have their full leather loafers, and they were a little bit of a tight squeeze in my true size, but I got one of those, what do you call them? Those like shoe horns, that's what it's called. And it stretched out and now they fit perfectly. But on a mule where it's just gonna come right to the end of your heel, you might wanna go up a half size. I found this naturalizer mule. It has a little bit of a buckle detail, and I feel like if you're worried that your feet are gonna slide out of the mule, this might be a little better. You can adjust that tightness across the top of your foot so they stay on better. And then if you're someone who is not worried about slipping out of a shoe, these are beautiful and they bring back that brown, rich chocolate suede, the gold detail. These are gonna have a little more of that toe cleavage, whatever that means. I think these are gorgeous and they are going to look great peeking out of a skinny flared jean. Now just remember, these are all suggestions and you can adapt all of these to fit your personal style, your body type, your budget. I would love to hear back from you before you check out of this video. Which of these trends were you most excited about? Are there any that are absolutely not for you? I would love to know. That does help me figure out what kind of content to make next. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you had fun and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.